zone.
What up, players? It's the morning after with Nick and Big J. We are back after a long Thanksgiving weekend. Welcome to Monday. Welcome, Big J, to December.
Yeah.
We should work together to make it a December to remember. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I guess so.
Because
Are we usually working against it?
Well, I mean, I don't know if we particularly focus on a month-to-month basis, but I think it's our duty to make it a December to remember. Because if we don't do it, who will?
Well, December 15th will be a day to remember.
A
day which will live in infamy.
Okay. All right.
For somebody. Some people.
Not you?
I'm talking holiday treasure.
I understand. But, it's going to be hopefully a good month for you, everyone, all of your loved ones. And we're going to focus on it one day at a time. And today is December 1st, Big J. So I know your wife's out of town. Make sure you pay your mortgage today. That's my duty, to making sure that you stay in your house. Because
it's a great question. Who's supposed to do that? I'll have to ask her.
See?
Hey, is this taken care of? I assume it is, or she would tell me to do so. In fact, that's been my problem the last 4 days.
What do you mean? Not knowing what to do?
Yeah, I'm just like, huh? What am I supposed to do?
What have you been doing?
Nobody's here to tell me to do stuff. I don't know what to do.
So what have you been doing with that blank slate?
Absolutely nothing.
Nice. See, this
now,
is why.
we got the Christmas tree up.
All right.
It needs some serious I'm so done with this live tree crap. Like this, I swear to God, Nick, this is the last year. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's huge. Kyle went up and he dropped it off from, his parents' land.
That's very nice.
And it just barely fits through the door.
Just like you like it.
Ginormous. I have to prune it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. It's just ridiculous, man.
But it's up.
Yes.
Have you decorated it?
No, because I think that's a family thing. I mean, we should do that together.
Okay, fair enough. It's just there.
It's there
dropping
right now.
needles and sap into your home.
Yeah.
Got it. What a treat.
I know.
Yes, also over the weekend, the kids and I put up our Christmas tree as well and the Christmas decorations in the house. It was a family affair. It was fun.
That a real tree,
Of
Nick?
course not. What do I look like, an idiot? No.
God,
no.
man.
I would never pay $110 for something that you have to. I mean, you get it for free, I think, right? Because Kyle?
Probably, yeah.
You don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know.
And so, like, I would never, like, the mess, the smell, all of that stuff has never been worth it for me. I don't enjoy real trees.
Here's the problem, the unpredictability of the size.
Also true.
Like, and so, Kyle does his best. They find a tree that makes sense. But it's like, it would be easier to plan out our decorations and stuff if this was the same size every year.
Yeah, no.
I'll even be happy with multiple Christmas trees inside the house, which is what she would love to do.
Sure.
But we're not doing that with real trees.
The tree is always the same size, almost always the same decorations, usually things to add to it, but it certainly makes it
I bet it looks nice.
a lot easier. It looks good as far as I'm concerned. The kids like it. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And so, yes, it's going to be a fun one. Today, we have a chance for you to qualify for the X's Holiday Treasure. Special guest on the show, comedian Charlie Berens comes on the show. Very, very humorous guy that's gone viral multiple times over. He's got a couple of shows because the first show sold so well, they added a second show at the Egyptian Theater this month. We're going to talk to him about that and everything else. We also have a chance for you in prizes on this very program, so it's going to be a good one. Right now, sit back and relax. Enjoy the Metallica. It's the X-Rock.
Spanning the globe in search of news. Important stuff.
Launch newsfeed.
On the morning after with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff is brought to you by McCleary's Pub, Big J.
McCleary's.
That's where Jason Drew's going to be tonight for Monday Night Football. We got a matchup between New England and the Giants on Monday Night Football, and Jason Drew going to be hanging out at the McCleary's on Orchard, right down the street from this radio station, 604 North Orchard in Boise. You can come on out, watch the game, enjoy some great drink specials from Shock Top and 10 Barrel Pub Beer. McCleary's as well. You can win some great gear from them. You can win some stuff from the X-Rock stock. You can sign up to win some things. It's always a good time, and we get to have fun and hang out together. So why don't you make some Monday Night Football plans tonight, starting at 6 o'clock, to hang out with Jason Drew at McCleary's on Orchard, 604 North Orchard in Boise, and watch some Monday Night Football with the X and the man himself, Jason Drew, who doesn't have a dog in the fight this time. Last time he was around, it was the Raiders game.
Probably better for him.
Yeah.
I mean, being honest.
About 9 games into the season, Jason Drew usually just kind of like shrugs his shoulders and like, listen, what are you going to do? I'm a Raiders fan.
I don't know why. I guess maybe because I've been paying attention, but I feel extra bad for Raiders fans this year. Just how awful.
I tried to tell you. It's a bad team.
No, I know, but just in general, it would suck.
To be a
Teams
Raiders fan?
suck that much all the time.
They'll figure it out. It might take a couple decades, but they'll figure it out. Too much money in Vegas for them not to. Big J, I know if you had to have a list of your enemies, at or near the top of your list would be math. You don't like it.
Oh, man.
You don't enjoy doing it. So how does it feel, Big J, when one of your enemies clears the way for your favorite football team to play in a championship game? Because thanks to math, the Boise State Broncos are somehow, some way.
I saw that. How are we hosting the Mountain West Conference Championship game? It makes no sense.
Not only playing, but also hosting it. It is because there was a 4-way tie above the standings in the Mountain West Championship game. So they had to do a bunch of metrics, a bunch of math, a bunch of figuring a way out to see who would do it. Because all four of UNLV, BSU, San Diego State, and New Mexico finished at 6-2 atop the Mountain West standings. Now, according to the computer rankings released by the Mountain West, the average ranking for the 4 teams that determined the matchup was UNLV 45.5, BSU 47.75, San Diego State 51, and New Mexico 54.75. And since all 4 teams did not play each other in the regular season, the 4-way tie was broken by a composite average of metrics in the Connolly SP Plus, ESPN, SOR, KPI, and Sports Source ranking.
Jesus.
So that means BSU will host the Mountain West Championship game on Friday against UNLV for the 3rd consecutive year, Big J.
I mean, the rest of those teams must just feel cheated as hell.
Oh, dude, they both released statements. So, like, this is BS. We accept that we know what we got into. But, I mean, come on, man. We played really well. I mean, New Mexico's won like 6 games in a row. And they're the hottest team in the Mountain West. And they got boxed out. Now, their schedule was pretty bad. That's why they're not getting a lot of love. But it is interesting to see how this all comes together. So now we have a kickoff set for 6 o'clock on Friday on the Blue between BSU and UNLV. The conference title game will air nationally on Fox, and there's some history that could be made here, Big J. BSU is going for their 3rd consecutive Mountain West Championship. That has never been done before. And, of course, they also have a chance to close out their membership in the Mountain West with 3 championships before they move over to the Pac-12. So we will see how it all shakes out. The Broncos had a huge come-from-behind victory. I mean, they were down to Utah State the whole game and ended up winning 25-24 on Black Friday. So they're coming off a couple of wins, maybe a little bit of confidence. They've already beat UNLV once this year. And so the question becomes, can they keep that momentum going? And we will find out for ourselves on Friday. But your Broncos are playing in the Mountain West Championship game, which I don't think anybody thought was going to happen after they got their teeth kicked in by Fresno State.
I was not expecting to see that, no.
It was like they needed a whole bunch of crazy stuff to happen in order for them to be in the conversation, and all of that happened, which is nuts.
I was expecting them probably to get in and then have to go to somewhere else, but
yeah,
it's hosting a game.
Yeah. So we'll see how it all shakes out on Friday. Tickets are on sale now for the championship game if you want to take part in it. Big J, back in 2023, I'm going to take you back to Inter Miami CF. You remember them, Big J, when they made that big splash by signing Lionel Messi to a huge contract?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was huge.
And now that move is paying off in a big way because Miami's headed to its first MLS Cup, dude. They beat New York City FC on Saturday 5-1, and the blowout was fueled by a hat trick by Teodo Elande and a clutch assist from Messi, sending Miami into next weekend's title match, of course, against the Vancouver Football Club. I will give you $2,000 if you can tell me the nickname of the Vancouver Football Club. Right now, you got to do it in 5
the
seconds.
Treetops.
God, you're actually close.
Really?
It's the Whitecaps. But
Caps of the Mountains.
Unfortunately, that means you owe me $2,000. I'll take it whenever you're ready. Big J, huge weekend at the box office for Zootopia 2. It made $156 million opening weekend in North America on Wednesday. It's made $500 million already worldwide. $556 $6.4 million.
Cha-ching, bro.
That makes it the top global debut of 2025 and the strongest opening ever for an animated film. People were geeked for Zootopia 2, Big J. Wicked for Good still cashing those checks as well. It made another $93 million over the weekend. Good enough for number 2. Now You See Me, Now You Don't, $10 million. Predator Badlands, number 4 at $6.6 million. And then The Running Man made $5.5 million. Now, all of those numbers are totals for the 5-day Thanksgiving box office, not just the weekend, just so you know. So it's a little bit longer that goes into it. Did you ever kick around seeing a movie this weekend? Taking yourself to the theater?
No.
Treating yourself?
No.
Nothing you wanted to see?
No.
That's a bummer, dude.
I know. I wasn't going to go see Zootopia.
What about Predator Badlands? It's just sitting there waiting for you to go see in the theater.
I know, man. I thought about it, but
I guess not. Morning After with
did you?
Nick. No.
of
I
course.
had the kids. I'm not going to go see
Pick
Predator
them.
Badlands.
Take them to go see Zizou, Road to Revenge.
It's funny. They don't care about Zootopia, strangely enough.
What kind of kids are these?
One's 19, so there's that.
Yeah, but I think his preferred is animation, right?
Not
Wouldn't it
really.
be?
Here's the thing. That kid, it's crazy, does not enjoy movies. Like, I can't, if I don't drag him to a movie, he doesn't watch a movie. He just watches TV shows. I don't know if it's an attention span thing, but that kid will watch anything 30 minutes at a time or 22 minutes at a time. You tack on another hour, 10 minutes onto it, the interest level catapults.
Well, because when he was younger, how many movies got in the rotation? Or was it just shows?
He chose the rotation, but it was a little bit of both.
It's probably a learned thing. Like, he's not used to watching a whole movie.
I think he just likes the shorter kind of things. I don't know. We've never really had a discussion about it.
Get him in on Hateful Eight on Netflix.
But I honestly think the last movie he saw was one that we saw together.
Well, that's cute.
He just likes to watch TV shows when he's watching stuff on TV.
Huh?
I don't know. He certainly didn't learn that from me. Puh. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your first round of important stuff. It is the X Rocks. Rob Zombie and Dragula here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Big J, welcome to Cyber Monday.
Oh, yeah, it's Cyber Monday today.
Are you planning on spending any money or cash on Cyber Monday?
No, I don't think I'm going to be doing that.
Oh, damn. How come?
The wife's still on vacation. They're out there.
That's right.
Trying to make sure they have.
You don't have any
whatever
permission
they
to spend money while she's out of state.
Well, I mean, I can. I'm just not going to.
And so today is a day where lots of Americans will jump online and be a part of it and spend millions upon millions, maybe even billions of dollars on whatever they want to spend for Cyber Monday. And every year I always say the same thing, which is I am finished with my Christmas shopping, which is true. I've been finished with my Christmas shopping for well over 2 weeks now. But something happened, as it always does, where I end up jumping online on like Black Friday or something, or Small Business Saturday, and then I end up spending additional money. And so it made me think of something, Big J, because I want to present a conspiracy theory to you, specifically with online retailers that may come into play with Cyber Monday that you can tell me you don't agree with, or maybe you do. I don't know.
Okay.
My conspiracy theory is, when I go and do Christmas shopping specifically for my children, usually I have a pretty good idea as to what I want, or what they want, or what's on their list, or whatever.
Right. You're not searching around being like, yeah, I'm going to get this. This looks good. No, this does.
I usually do a search for something and then see kind of what comes up and then see what happens. And then usually based on that search history that I have, it'll randomly pop up deals and things like that when they become relevant, right?
You hope, anyways.
Yeah, like 90% of the time, it's something that I have seen before that pops up, and I'm like, oh, damn. I mean, or I was never interested anyway, but it was something that I clicked on at some point, that kind of thing, or in that category. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so I was shopping around, and I was completing the process for my oldest son, and I bought him something, and I was very happy with the purchase. And then I was trolling around on Friday, and in like the front page of things that you may be interested in, right, was this Black Friday deal that was almost it was a completely new product that wasn't new. It had been on the site forever, but it had a very special sales price. And I'm like, why didn't this come up in my search when
Yeah, where were you 15 minutes ago?
When I was looking at this stuff 2 days ago, I went through like 7 pages of stuff, and it never popped up, but it was on the front page of a website that I went to when I was looking at Black Friday things with a discount that was probably, I don't know, $15 less than I paid for the product that I had. That was like, and then I looked at the price history and stuff, and it had been on the site for a while. And so my conspiracy theory is that some websites bury some of these things, knowing that they're going to be on special for a Black Friday or a Cyber Monday, whatever that special may be. I'm using that term in quotes because we have discovered that these discounts aren't exactly as deep or as, amazing as we may think they once were. But do you think they do that, like sandbag stuff and save it for this thing? Because it's been on the site before. I've seen it, and then it wasn't there when I was doing a search, but it was there on Black Friday, and I'm like, so I say I'm not going to buy anything for Cyber Monday, but if I go on there, I bet you there's a bunch of bleep that I was looking at that wasn't there 3 days ago when I was looking for other sales prices. Or am I just being weird and it doesn't feel like there's anything there?
No, I think they're probably going to hype up stuff that they have sitting around they'd love to get rid of, that sort of thing. But, I mean, who knows with digital ads and the way they get placed and how they come up. There's only one person I know who would really know, and you could ask her about it.
Who would that be?
Cappy.
Oh. Yeah,
I
maybe.
mean, she's going to know exactly how stuff gets to you.
I don't know how much she knows about retail, but
I think what do you mean? She knows everything there possibly is to know about the digital world and how advertisements and ads get to you.
I know how the ads get to me. I know how these products get to me. I understand how that process works. I'm just wondering if they're holding back particular products because they know this idiot's been looking for this stuff for a while and he already bought something. So maybe if we do this, he'll see it and then also be interested in it or buy another one or something like that.
This comes into like a collision with something I wish that there was possible. It's like, once I have started this process that you have, I'm searching for something, and then stuff starts popping up in my algorithm left and right. I'm like, I bought the thing. I bought it. I don't need to see all the other stuff. Like, I wish there was like like an opt-out now that you have bought this item.
Yeah.
I don't need to continue to see it and see how it's on sale.
Yeah, is it like to go, you dummy, you bought it 2 days too soon or whatever? Like, I think it is. Like, they're like, you should be waiting for sale days, you moron. But, like, I don't know. It was like a product that had been there forever but didn't pop up at all. And I'm like, what the hell? I've searched for this like 6 times. Why is this the first time I'm seeing it? And it's part of like a lightning deal. Like, what the hell? But again, I'm probably thinking far too deep into it. Whatever it is, whatever you do, enjoy your Cyber Monday. And hopefully I had forgotten. I don't know why I had forgotten, but I had forgotten that Small Business Saturday was also a thing. So it's a full weekend full of retail insanity. And so it's probably not a surprise that they want you spending some money today as well. Morning After with Nick and Big J, a bonus opportunity for you to get qualified for the X's Holiday Treasure. That's next on the X Rocks.
Can I just...
No, you can't skip it. But at least we can make it more bearable for you.
Let's play the X's Naughty List to get you qualified for our Holiday Treasure on 100.3 The X Rocks.
Back from the long holiday weekend, that means we have a couple of opportunities to make up for lost time for the X's Holiday Treasure. With us off Thursday and Friday collectively, we need to get some bonus people qualified for their share of $10,000, courtesy of CBH Homes, courtesy of Weimar, courtesy of Skog Law. Big giveaway party happening on December 15th at Hotel Renegade in downtown Boise. And you have an opportunity to join us there, guaranteed, if you can figure out who is on Santa's naughty list. The phone number is 208-287-1003. Big J is going to throw out some clues to give you an idea of what rock-themed person found themselves on Santa's naughty list this time for their transgressions against the man in the North Pole. And if you can figure out who it is, you are officially on our invite list for our giveaway party. Big J, are you ready?
Yeah, man.
Then let's get ourselves a bonus qualifier. Hello, the X.
Morning, guys.
Morning. Who's this?
Jeremy.
All right, Jeremy, you're up first. Here comes Big J with some clues.
This lead singer finds himself on Santa's naughty list because his band may or may not have canceled a live concert because of a misplaced laptop. Now, there isn't a lot of evidence that was the actual reason for the cancellation, but Santa read it on the internet, and sometimes that's all it takes to get on the naughty list.
Okay, next one.
He's also on Santa's naughty list because he once threw a mic stand into a crowd, injuring a fan. Santa knows that hurts.
Crap. One more.
Finally, he's on Santa's naughty list because he recorded a collaboration with Jelly Roll for a song called All My Life. Santa knows if you're going to do a song with a fat bearded guy, it should be him. And before you say anything, Santa knows Jelly Roll isn't fat anymore. Mrs. Claus won't stop talking about how skinny he looks now.
Oh, man.
That's all we got, Jeremy. Who's on the list?
I know it's falling in reverse. I just don't know his name.
That's going to be the hard part.
Damn.
Gotta have the name. Because we're not putting the whole band on the list. Those guys didn't do anything, right?
Yeah, they're just trying to stay employed.
Thanks, man. Good try, but sorry you couldn't quite get there. Hello, the X. Hello, the X. Hello.
Oh,
Hey, Big J has given out some clues for Santa's naughty list. Did you hear him or do you need him again?
yeah, can I get him again?
Wonderful.
Yeah, this lead singer finds himself on Santa's naughty list because his band may or may not have canceled a live concert because of a misplaced laptop. Now, there was a lot of evidence that this actual reason for the cancellation, but Santa read on the internet, and sometimes that's all it takes to get on the naughty list. He's also on Santa's naughty list because he once threw a mic stand into a crowd of injuring a fan. Santa knows that hurts. And finally here, he's on Santa's naughty list because he recorded a collaboration with Jelly Roll for a song called All My Life. Santa says if you're going to do a song with a fat bearded guy, it should be him. And before you say anything, Santa knows Jelly Roll isn't fat anymore. Mrs. Claus won't stop talking about how skinny he looks now.
What you got, my man?
Is it Ronnie Radke?
There you go.
It is Ronnie Radke. Well done, man. What's your name?
Delano.
Delano, congratulations. You're officially on the list for the invite for the big giveaway party.
Those are the gentle reasons he's on the naughty list.
Yeah, that's true. Didn't want to get too dark this early in the morning, but that is why Ronnie Radke finds himself on Santa's naughty list this year anyway. Hang on, Delano. We'll hook you up with all the details that you need. And before you ask, yes, then exactly 1 hour from now, we have another opportunity for you to get into the fun that is the X's holiday treasure. We got important stuff next on the X Rocks.
Important stuff.
Launch newsfeed.
On the morning after with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff is brought to you by the X's holiday treasure. How about a good Christmas present for everybody, Big J? Some cash.
Yeah, man.
This year, the X wants you to win your share of $10,000 for Christmas. We already qualified somebody this morning, but coming up before we hit 8 o'clock, we'll give you another chance to get on the invite list for our giveaway party happening at the Hotel Renegade. It's going to be awesome on December 15th. You got to play the X's naughty list. Give you some clues about a rock-themed person that's ended up on Santa's naughty list. Figure it out, and you're qualified. You'll snag the invite to our official holiday party, which, of course, you could win your share of $10,000. Thank you to our friends at Skog Law, Idaho's injury attorney, CBH Homes, Idaho's #1 home builder, Buy Mart membership discount stores, of course, Hotel Renegade, and, of course, the X for playing along. So keep listening if you want to be a part of the X's holiday treasure. Big J, utility bills are going up. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
And thank goodness every day you don't live in Maryland, Big J, because those particular residents face the nation's steepest utility costs, with the average bill being $546 a month, according to new analysts.
What?
The figure covers electricity, gas, water, waste, and recycling service. That far exceeds the national median of $347. Connecticut is next at $488 a month, then Massachusetts, then Washington, then Hawaii. Alaska, Rhode Island, Maine, and Vermont round out the top 10 of most expensive states. Big J, South Dakota is the most affordable utility costs monthly, $280, followed by Arkansas, New Mexico, West Virginia, and Mississippi. Hawaii leads individual electricity costs with a median bill of $197 a month. Tough to get electricity to an island, Big.
Yeah.
But, Idaho kind of smack dab in the middle. Here's the bad part. Idaho has seen some of the most dramatic increases over the last 2 years in how much percentage-wise you've seen an increase to your power bill. So that's not great.
Nope.
It's going up everywhere. Everything's going up everywhere all the time, Big J. Make it stop, please. I beg of you.
Okay, because I got that power.
Thank you.
Make it stop!
I just finally had to ask him, guys. I'm sorry, but somebody has to take care of this. I'm glad it's you, Big J, that has the power to make some changes. I appreciate it. My wallet
By the
appreciates
power
it.
of Grayskull.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The Bears' surprise win over the Eagles on Black Friday didn't just shake up the standings, Big J. The Bears are now the number 1 seed in the NFC if the playoffs were to start today. It triggered a very Chicago bonus. Thanks to head coach Ben Johnson following through on a wild promise, the legendary hot dog joint in Chicago, the Wiener Circle, is giving away free hot dogs tomorrow. The deal was simple. If the Bears won, Johnson had to rip off his shirt in the locker room during the celebration. And if you've been on the internet, you saw that he did exactly that. And if he was to tear off his shirt during the celebration of the win, the Wiener Circle would give away free hot dogs to every Chicagoan that showed up, and he did it. So now Chicago gets fed. He went full shirt-off mode in the actual locker room, and now fans get to cash in with some free hot dogs. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
So you'd have to fly and make a little bit of a trip to enjoy a free hot dog, but if you are in and around the area tomorrow, you can enjoy it. And Big J, I've seen our streaming numbers on the app. They're through the roof in the Chicagoland area.
How disgusted are you?
What?
As a Packer fan.
What?
That the Bears are in the...
Doesn't bother me at all. Because, listen, again, we see this stuff from time to time. The Chicago Bears finished in last place in the division last year. They have a comically easy schedule. They're going to get some good wins. I think Ben Johnson is a good coach, but nothing matters until the playoffs. I do not care who the seed rankings are. I don't even care where my team is in seed rankings. If you don't show up in the playoffs, it doesn't matter. And I know if the Bears were to get the playoffs, Bears fans would treat it like a Super Bowl, and that's fine. That's what happens when you're a poverty franchise. It's okay. But it is not that big deal to me. I do not care who the number 1 ranked seed is in Week 13. It doesn't bother me. If it was my team or not, I would not care. Because you still have, 5 weeks of football left before we even get to the playoffs. And you got 2 teams breathing down your neck. You can't make a misstep. 1 loss puts them right down to the number 4 seed. So I'm not freaking out too much. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or the 6 seed, if we're being realistic. It's a big game with the Packers and Bears coming up this weekend. I'm excited for it, but I'm not freaking out who's number 1 right now. None of that stuff bothers me. Did you watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, Big J, this year?
Yeah, I watched some of it.
Yeah, because of Taylor Momsen?
No.
Oh,
but I did see that.
What'd you think?
Great. A lot of fun.
It reached an all-time viewership record with 34.3 million viewers watched across NBC and Peacock. The audience increased 8% from last year, adding about almost 2.5 million viewers. Younger viewers were through the roof this year. They jumped up 20%, and it shows how beloved the parade was to the audience. You watched it. What was your favorite part that you did see?
Yeah, I would say Taylor was probably the favorite part.
Okay. The only thing that bothers me is it's all very clearly lip-synced. None of this stuff is live. It's all choreographed and lip-synced, so that takes away some of the fun for me. But I understand. It's a parade. You're there to have fun and see the big old balloons. And hopefully you did that. The crazy thing is, that led into the National Dog Show. Did you watch any of that?
No, I was out.
Those numbers were through the roof. It had a gigantic jump up from last year. So the parade carried over into the dog show, and people loved both of them. So you got some real Thanksgiving fun over the course of the weekend on NBC and Peacock, and they were very happy that you tuned in for it. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We got your We're Going to Hell story. That's next on the X Rocks.
Hell, you worthless maggot!
The Morning After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X Rocks.
Headed over to China for today's We're Going to Hell story, Big J.
Oh, China.
67-year-old man named Dang, living in the Sichuan province, Big J. Named after the sauce, I meant.
I'm going to guess the sauce might be named after the province.
Maybe. We'll argue that. But he began experiencing abdominal pain about a month ago. He was just like laying down. He's like, God, man. What did I have? Some sparkling seltzer?
Hey,
my gut hurts. He initially shrugged it off. He's like, maybe I just got bubble gut. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe some gastroenteritis. I'm not feeling that great. But after realizing that, some Pepto-Bismol and a bunch of diet changes weren't helping his condition at all, and after a month of experiencing this really bad pain, he's like, listen, I'm going to head over to the hospital. I can't lay down without feeling pain. I can't sit up without feeling pain. I'm all bloated. I'm gross. Something isn't right.
It's not right.
And so the doctors start doing some examinations. Nothing is adding up, of course. And they're like, listen, can you think of anything that would cause something like this to happen? You know, what's going on? Anything? He's like, well, I mean, there's been some weird bouts of pain over the last, I don't know, 20, 30 years that was just real jarring and jolting. But nothing that
I've been in pain for 20, 30 years.
Nothing that I can really peg, this is when it started. And so they're like, all right, well, let's undergo some imaging and let's see if we can see something in there. Maybe something's tangled in a knot. Who knows what's going on? And as they do some imaging, they notice a strange, smooth, kind of blackened, corroded, stomach acid, deep, gross thing in this guy's stomach. So they're like, listen, let's try to go in there and grab it. And so they do a gastroscopy, and they can't get in there and they can't grab it. It's got some smooth, slippery exterior that makes it hard for them to grab with their tool.
Oh, God, no. 20 years?
So the medical team decided to postpone the removal of the object so they could investigate its nature and origin. And so they sit down with Dang, and they're like, here's the deal, man. There's some foreign object in your stomach that's causing you all this pain. It's very small. It's rectangular. Let's show you a picture of what this thing is. Any idea what this thing could be in your stomach? And then Dan goes, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It must have been around 1992 or so. I'm out drinking with my buddies. We're having a good old time. And somebody pays me the equivalent of $30 if I would swallow a plastic lighter as a dare. Now, he had never told anybody about it because he had imagined that, listen, it's been all this time. That lighter must have passed through my system at some point, right? Couldn't still be in there. I mean, sure, I'd been experiencing jolting and jarring stomach pain for the last 30 years right after I started swallowing a lighter, but that can't be related, right?
Well, or he was drunk and forgot that he did it.
Could also be true. But he did remember it when it was shown to him.
Yeah, well,
so
when
there
you're,
must have been some sort
in
of
the
memory.
Hospital, got doctors all around you like the alien's about to pop out of your stomach. Might jar you loose a little.
So they did confirm the foreign object was, in fact, a cigarette lighter. So the medical team then assessed the best removal method. Surgery was deemed too invasive, but, a regular, endoscopy had limited chances of success because of the smooth texture of the lighter. In the end, Big J, the team opted for a condom-like technique. You've been there. Huh? They completely encased the foreign object before pulling it out. So basically, they kind of went in there endoscopy style, but wrapped it up in like a rubber thing and then yanked it out that way, as opposed to the trying to grab the lighter exterior itself. Of course, the lighter's casing had been corroded and blackened by stomach acid. It still had gas inside, Big J, and the lighter still worked, dude. Of course, common lighter casings are made of ABS plastic, which are highly acid resistant, and thus resist stomach acid corrosion for a long time. And so this was causing him a bunch of stomach problems. Needed to stay in the hospital for 3 or 4 days just to make sure it all checked out, but he's going to be fine. And once you know it, Big J, the bloating and the pain have gone away. It happens when you remove foreign objects from you, dude. It's like your body's like, God, thank you very much. I'm back to normal, and I'm feeling great.
Maybe you don't swallow stuff you're not supposed to swallow.
I hope that $30 was worth it. I doubt it was, but maybe he really needed it at the time. I don't know. Have you ever done something stupid like that, like a bet at a bar or something like that for a bunch of money?
No, I was just doing splits. So who knows what kind of damage that I'll find out here in a couple years.
Did I ever tell you the time where I took a dare like that? I think I was out with 6 of my friends, and we were at this little bar in Phoenix. And I think they ordered some bar pretzels for the table, like one of those giant pretzels, and all the salt had fallen off. And somebody offered me $50 if I ate just this handful of salt that had fallen off the thing. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it, because I was hammered. And it was one of the worst mistakes I've ever made in my entire life. It was instantly regretful the second it went down. I was put off for 4 days.
Yeah.
The body's not meant to ingest that much sodium. It was not a smart play. It was really, really stupid. I regretted it.
Thank God you survived.
I did. Well, it's because it wasn't a foreign object. I knew good enough. If they dared me to eat the basket in which the pretzels arrived, I would have said no.
And you got to eat the basket,
You're
dude.
not done. That
Come on,
basket's
Jay.
part of it. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There is your We're Going to Hell story. We got another chance for you to qualify for the X's Holiday Treasure. That's next on the X Rocks.
What can we give you this holiday season that you don't already have?
I don't know, hepatitis?
That you don't already have?
That was harsh.
Let's play the X's Naughty List to get you qualified for our holiday treasure on 100.3 The X Rocks.
Yep, it is opportunity number 2 for you to qualify this morning for the X's Holiday Treasure. It's presented by CBH Homes, Blimart, and Skog Law. Special thank you to the Hotel Renegade for hosting our big giveaway party on the 15th of this month. And if you want to get in on your share of 10,000 American dollars, you need to get on the phone and play Santa's Naughty List. 208-287-1003. 3 clues coming your way of somebody, some rocker, if you will, that have found themselves on Santa's Naughty List.
Naughty.
Figure out who that person is, then boom, you are officially qualified for the X's Holiday Treasure. And you're living the high life, man.
Yeah.
I mean, an exclusive invite, a guaranteed chances of money. That's pretty cool, right?
It's really cool, man.
So if you want to get in on it, give us a phone call and let's see if you can figure this out, Big J. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Hello, the X.
Hello,
Hi, who's this?
this is John.
All right, John, you're up first. Here comes Big J. Try to figure out who's on Santa's naughty list, okay?
Okay, thank you.
This lead singer is on Santa's naughty list because he is obsessed with jujitsu. Not that that's a bad thing, but Santa thinks if he spent less time on the mat and more time in the studio, it wouldn't take 15 years between album releases.
Okay, next.
He's also on Santa's naughty list because he refuses to explain the lyrics for his songs, and some of them are about math. Santa hates guessing games.
Okay, next.
One more clue here. Finally, he's on Santa's naughty list because he's in like 3 very popular bands. Santa thinks he should combine them into one called Toolsif Circle. Save us all some time.
Yeah, it's Maynard Keenan.
We'll take it.
You nailed it, John. Congratulations. You have figured out that Maynard is on Santa's naughty list. Hang on one second. We will get you all the details. You're officially invited to the big giveaway party happening on the 15th at Hotel Renegade. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. Of course, yes, Maynard, Big J, one of 3 major bands. Takes a long time between Tool, and obviously that pisses Santa off. You never know what triggers Santa.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like he's mostly just a Tool fan. But
Yeah, it really does. Which is
take
probably,
another Perfect Circle album at this point. Too.
I'll take whatever he's willing to give.
No, it's Pussifer. That's it.
I know. It's all we get these days, but I like Pussifer a lot.
Yeah.
I just, I would have preferred that we see a little bit more balance between the 3. How about that?
Nice.
This is what Santa and I have in common. Congratulations, John. 2 more chances to qualify coming your way tomorrow, you guys. It's going to be another bonus day to get in on the X's Holiday Treasure. That should be fun. We've got some important stuff. It's coming up next on the X Rocks.
Important stuff.
What's going on in the news today?
The morning after with Nick and Big J.
Big J, according to Harvard Medical School, those that decide to take a digital detox for whatever reason find themselves happier than those that don't. Now, digital detox is a fairly new term, but if you had to guess what that meant, what do you think a digital detox means?
I would say probably detoxing from anything digital, like phone, screen time, TV time, all that.
It's mostly taking a break from social media. Not so much TV and things like that, but it is like getting your ass off of social media as much as possible. And even if you do so for as little as 7 days, you will see significant mental health improvements, according to new research. The study tracked about 29,000 participants from the ages of 18 to 34 who reduced their daily social network platform time from over 3 hours a day to about 10 to 15 minutes. Results showed that anxiety symptoms dropped 16%, depression syndromes dropped 25%, insomnia decreased 15%. According to the study author, that basically cutting social media shouldn't be your first line or your only form of self-care, but it certainly can help. If you find yourself in the doldrums, if you find yourself anxiety-ridden, if you find yourself, basically depressed for whatever reason, maybe this can be one of the many steps you take to improve your mental health. The averages are encouraging, but they definitely don't tell the full story, as the variance was pretty tremendous depending on the person. They found better improvements the younger you are. So the more, I guess, attached you are to social media, the better you're going to find the improvements when you get yourself more detached, if that makes sense. So it could lead to quick improvement. It's obviously a free and simple solution to some of your problems and could help you feel a little bit better. May not be a cure, Big J, but it could help in your quest for, better mental health. And there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah, no.
Big J, did you watch any of the Survivor Series in San Diego over the weekend?
No, I did not watch that.
John Cena closed out his wrestling career.
Oh, man, is he okay?
He lost, of course, in his final match because, some people go up on top, so other people go out handing off the, kind of passing the baton, if you will. And Cena lost to Dominic Mysterio after a chaotic finish that included the referee getting knocked out. And then Liv Morgan returned to Big J, who helped Mysterio seal the win. But it did cap a memorable night. And, of course, it was obviously the end of an era for one of WWE's biggest stars. If everything stays on schedule, Cena will make one more appearance. That will be at Saturday night's main event on December 13th, although that appears to be basically just him doing in-ring kind of speaking, not necessarily a match. And then he's officially walking away from wrestling, Big J, forever.
Damn.
He wants to focus on acting. He's Peacemaker. Maybe you don't get it.
Yeah, of course they do.
And so he is going to do one more curtain call, and then that is it for John Cena. So obviously a huge wrestling career. And now he's one of the few that have made the jump to legitimate movie and action star, and has done so pretty dramatically. And it feels like everybody likes John Cena, right?
Yeah.
I don't even think The Rock can say that at this point. But everybody seems to like John Cena. And he's doing everything he can to make sure that kind of stays that way. So you got to give him some credit.
He seems like a likable dude.
He does. Big J, it is official. You have an official statement about Jenna Ortega and the world of AI. She wants to let you know she does not want AI in film. She says that it's mental junk food. She was speaking at the Marrakech Film Festival, of course, and she compared technology to opening Pandora's box and admitted feeling terrified about its rapid growth. But she thinks that there is some beauty in film, and a computer can't do it the exact same way. Do you agree or disagree with Jenna Ortega's take?
Of course I agree with
All right. Although, I will say this. It feels like opening Pandora's box could be a plot line for Wednesday Season 3. Agree or disagree?
It always is.
Always? I don't know about that. But I think it's a nice little topic that they could talk about. Feels like that would be something Wednesday would be like to do, is opening Pandora's box.
This is why we know that she's an actress and only pretending to be Wednesday Addams.
You think Wednesday would be pro AI?
You just said it.
Well,
would be.
I think actually opening up Pandora's box would make for a fun plot line in Wednesday.
They're one and the same now.
Well, I mean, she's making the metaphor. I'm saying the actual Pandora's box would be fun to see that kind of chaos involved in Wednesday Season 3. But we're probably thinking too big. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a monster that's going to be around that they'll have to figure out what's going on. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We got your Pop Culture Smackdown and a chance to win some prizes. That's next on the X Rocks.
Pop Culture Smackdown. On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, and let's hook it up with some tickets. We got a show happening here Thursday at Treefort Music Hall. We're talking Atreyu, Norma Jean, and 0936. So, hell of a show there at the Treefort Music Hall. So let's get you a pair of tickets here absolutely free. You only have to beat me in Pop Culture Smackdown.
All right, you want to Atreyu it up on Thursday free of charge. Now would be the time to get on the horn. 208-287-1003. Of course, that's only half the battle. You then have to answer some pop culture questions correctly and then hope and pray to the pop culture gods that Big J stumbles and falls when he is attempting to answer a question. If that is the case, then congratulations. These tickets to Atreyu become your tickets to Atreyu, and hopefully that makes you happy. Hello, the X.
Hi.
What's up, man? What's your name?
Aaron.
Aaron, you're up first. Aaron, in the world of Star Wars, what's the name of the little robot that's always beeping and booping to C-3PO?
R2-D2.
Right.
That is correct.
Beep boop pop.
Big J, what movie director received an Oscar for directing the movie Platoon?
Oh, Oliver Stone.
That is correct.
Right.
Aaron, back to you. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, what character was frozen in ice for 66 years before being defrosted?
Captain America?
Yeah, that is correct.
Right.
The first Avenger, of course.
A.K.A. Steve Rogers.
Big J, in the movie E.T., the Extraterrestrial, we all know the little boy's name is Elliot. What is the name of Drew Barrymore's character in that movie?
Her name is Elle. No, just Elle. Little Elle.
Like 11? No, I'm sorry. That is incorrect.
I haven't. No, I don't remember at all.
Aaron, you have won the Atreyu tickets no matter what. Do you have a guess as to what Drew Barrymore's character's name was in E.T.?
Louise. I have no idea.
No, she was little Gertie.
Right.
Gertie?
Oh, Gertie.
You think that would stick with us?
Yeah.
Like, who names their kid Gertie?
Nobody anymore. Not sure they did
It's like
that.
a grandma name.
Aaron, congratulations. Hang on 1 second. I will hook you up, or we will hook you up. Excuse me. Didn't mean to make that possessive. 2 tickets to Atreyu, and enjoy that show on us on Thursday at Treefort Music Hall. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Up next, very funny, very popular comedian heading to the Egyptian Theater later on this month for a couple of shows. We're going to talk to Charlie Berens. That's going to happen next on the X Rocks. That is Sublime, what I got here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. If you have a social media page, odds are you have stumbled upon one of the many videos of comedian Charlie Berens. He has definitely become a social media icon over the last couple of years, bringing that Midwest mentality to his comedy and his very funny podcasts and videos. And he is coming to town playing a couple of shows at the Egyptian Theater on December 12th and 13th. Both those shows, Big J, almost sold out.
Damn.
There's like single tickets available for each one. So we encourage you to check out Charlie and see exactly what he's all about. And it's always awesome when we can welcome on somebody that funny onto the show. And Charlie joins us on the phone right now. Good morning, Charlie. How you doing, man?
Oh, things are great. Yeah, I can't complain. I'm excited to go out on this tour. And, I got my special coming out, too. A lot of exciting things happening.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be pretty cool. I got to come clean, just so you know, Charlie. Born and raised in Wisconsin. I grew up there. So I, much like you, understand the surroundings. You still live there, though, right? That's still home base?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm in Milwaukee right now. Still live in Milwaukee and love it here. And, where in Wisconsin were you from?
I grew up, I bounced around a little bit, southeastern mostly, but I grew up in Cudahy and then moved to Menominee Falls and Hartford and went to high school in West Allis, so I bounced around that part of the state in my childhood years.
Yeah, super cool. I love that.
And he's done everything he can to forget the culture and everything from Wisconsin.
That's not true, but my parents still live there. They live in Wisconsin Rapids, so I make my appearance every now and again up in the state, but I certainly have followed you since you came on the scene, and you have essentially become like a spokesperson for the state. I'm not sure that's what you thought you were going to do, but it's kind of what it's become. That has to be nice, right?
I don't know. I mean, I still, it's hard for me to imagine that I'm a spokesperson for the state, but I mean, that's really nice of you to say. And in typical Midwest fashion, any sort of praise or accolades you put on me, I will just have to deflect and tell you, oh, no, that's not true at all. And, somewhere deep down inside, I sincerely believe that, too. No, it's just fun sort of celebrating the culture that I grew up living, because you didn't see it out there a whole lot. And so... and I didn't expect to do this. I made one video expecting that to kind of be a one-off video, and then you saw that people liked it and they wanted more. And so that was really cool. I mean, it's been an honor for me to do that.
And that's I think maybe the modern way of discovering your comedic genius is through social media and through video. This day and age, it's kind of a new, relatively new thing in the last maybe decade, but. Your videos are hilarious. It's practically sketch comedy, really, when you get down to it.
Yeah, a lot of it's based off of sketch, and I came up doing Second City and stand up and all that, so it's got a lot of those sort of comedic elements, and there's so much to explore in the Midwest, how we do things a little bit different. And you guys must have a lot of Midwesterners out there in Boise, because these shows are selling actually pretty good, which is kind of cool. But you see that, you see that Midwest people leave, And they want to, like, back together again once they leave. So they set up, like, Packers bars or, Badger bars. God forbid a Bears bar. But they kind of do this, and it's sort of like Midwest consulates, you know?
It is very true. Charlie Berens joins us. He's got a couple of shows at the Egyptian Theater coming up in December, the 12th and the 13th. There are tickets available at Charlie Berens' website as well as xrock.com. We're very excited that you're coming to town on this tour. And you've had a chance to do a lot of stuff with your exposure over the years. I don't know if people really realize how ingrained sports culture is in the Wisconsinite. I mean, it's just from birth, you're a Packers fan, you're a Bucks fan, you're a Badgers fan, you're a Brewers fan. This is just the things that are built into you. And you've had a chance to really kind of dip your toe into that world. You've had a ton of Packers on your podcast. You've thrown out pitches at Brewers games. That's got to be pretty cool as somebody that's grown up being a fan of those teams, right?
It's super cool. I mean, I'm looking at my Green Bay Packers locker from when I was like 8 years old, and I got Reggie White's number on there and everything. And my earliest memories are watching the Packer game. I would go outside by the mulch pile and cry if they lost, and I don't even know why. I was barely able to form my own thoughts at that point, but I was so into the Packers and then into the Brewers and into the Bucks. And, it's just part of it. And with the Packers especially, people always give us, talk smack about it, but the Packers are owned by the fans. And, we all pay, a couple $100 for a piece of paper that says we're owners. And we take it pretty seriously. Also, it comes with a folder. But it's, it's a nice thing. It's a nice thing. You feel like you have ownership over it.
My certificate is framed and hanging in my bedroom, Charlie. So I understand exactly what you're saying.
You real ones understand,
It's also, I think, the relatability. I mean, here in Idaho, there's a lot of similarities, I think, with Wisconsin. We've got, the great outdoors here. We've got, a bunch of lakes and hunting. So, maybe that explains some of the, relatability of people who want to see you come in and talk about some of that stuff.
Yeah, and a lot of the, I got a Bellied Up podcast, and we got a big following over there in Idaho as well. So that's kind of what you realize is that when you get specific about something, you realize how universal it is. And I think everyone, wants to see something about themselves in sort of the Midwest sensibility. And you're right, a lot of it is the outdoor stuff, too.
Charlie, talk a little bit about your journey into comedy because, you had a journalist background. You started out into that, and then you're like, I just kind of want to take things funny. Was it always in you, or did you make a conscious decision to kind of pivot into what you're doing?
Well, I think there's a lot of similarities with journalism and comedy, and that is just writing things as simply as possible. And then you got to inform people in comedy a little bit so everyone's on the same page with the joke. And I started off doing some news stuff, and then I worked at a couple comedy news places where it was sort of like a headline punchline format, Mm-hmm. And so that got me into writing comedy a lot. And I realized that when you can make people laugh, you can kind of say what you want to say, when you're making people laugh. And because people, they mostly want to just enjoy themselves. And so if you can do that then they'll listen,
Absolutely, man. And I tell you what, I have my tickets. I cannot wait to see you when you come to town at the Egyptian Theater. It's December 12th and 13th. You can grab your tickets at charlieberens.com, xrock.com as well. Charlie has a ton of podcasts that you can check out. Bellied Up, the most perfectly named Wisconsin podcast ever, the Cripecast. So if you want to check that out, you can. They get updated on the regular. And Charlie, what's the best place to find you online if people want to follow you?
Oh, you can just go to charlieberens.com, and and I hope to see you guys at the show, and I got a special coming out December 1st. So until then, everybody watch for deer out there, okay? It's that time of year.
No, you're right. You're 100% right.
It is wonderful advice even here in Idaho, Charlie. We appreciate you, brother. Huge fan. Thank you very much for the time, man.
Appreciate you, too. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much for having me.
Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Headlines brought to you by T-Mazda, the pre-owned superstore. Getting finance at T-Mazda even easier thanks to GoTeamCredit.com. Everybody gets pre-approved. No effect on your credit, so try it. Log on to GoTeamCredit.com today. Big J, headlines are as follows. Booking bad, holy crap, and bad Santa.
Holy crap!
A 69-year-old security guard encountered a bear while using a public restroom outside of the Gunma Prefecture. That's just northwest of Tokyo on Friday around 1:20 in the morning.
A Tokyo bear?
A Tokyo bear.
Jesus.
Fast and furious, those things are. The guard spotted the animal, estimated at 3 to 5 feet long, peering into the bathroom. As he prepared to leave, he fell backward but successfully kicked at the bear, causing it to flee. The man did sustain minor leg abrasions and reported the incident after train service had ended for the day. Now, this attack contributes to Japan's record bear violence this year. There have been 13 reported fatalities since April. The rising bear encounters have prompted concerns across the country, Big J. The Japanese are not used to seeing this many bears, let alone bears that are willing to hurt them. One insurance company announced Friday it will offer coverage to hotel and leisure businesses for revenue losses caused by bear intrusions. That, should reflect the anxiety about wildlife encounters. Agree or disagree, Big J?
Yeah.
It's too many. I mean, listen, if you have bear insurance, that means there's a lot of bear attacks, right?
It seems a little ridiculous. Yes.
I don't like it. I don't know if they're more brazen over there in Japan, but it certainly seems that way. So watch out. You could be, having to go number 2 and then a bear shows up and starts attacking your leg. That can't be fun.
Not good at all.
Booking bad or bad Santa?
Bad Santa.
A burglar in Maine enjoyed an early Christmas last week when he broke into a family's apartment and started unwrapping their Christmas presents. And pretty early to have them under the tree. Agree or disagree?
I mean, that's getting stuff done.
Police and Bangor say 50-year-old Joe Harvey climbed into the apartment through a bathroom window and then unwrapped a bunch of Christmas gifts before falling asleep on the couch. The resident found him fast asleep and said he refused to leave, so police arrived and placed him under arrest. Harvey told him he had no idea why he was inside the apartment, nor why he started to unwrap Christmas presents, but he didn't take anything. But he is still charged with aggravated criminal trespassing. And maybe that's a lesson. Don't put your Christmas presents under the tree until it's Christmas time, Get that tree up, but don't put the presents underneath there, man. Be careful. But still, not cool to be going in there and unwrapping Christmas presents. But at least they didn't take anything, so you just got to rewrap.
That's how unhappy they were with those presents. Like, these suck.
God, what am I going to do with a cutting board? Wrap it up with booking bad. Big J, an Ohio man, has booked himself a lengthy stay at a state penitentiary. Federal prosecutors say 32-year-old Austin Siebert was caught trying to mail books into prison.
What?
Now, listen.
How dare you? They can't read in prison.
The books are not for them to read.
Ooh.
The books were for the inmates to get high from, Big J. Because the pages from these books were soaked in methamphetamine so that the prisoners could then tear them apart and sell them and get high with them. You understand?
That's pretty sophisticated.
I mean, I don't know if dumping books in meth is sophisticated. They found it pretty easy. But prison officials received the mail books and then suspected something was wrong when all the pages were discolored. They're like, that's weird. So they did a quick test and they confirmed that they had been laced with drugs. Siebert has been convicted of drug trafficking and possessing a gun as a felon. He was sentenced last week to 10 years in prison. But Big J, if you're willing, he could probably use some good book recommendations. He's going to have a lot of time in those cells. So if you have a book you want to recommend to good old Austin, I'm sure he's open for the
Heroin Diaries.
Nicely done. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your headlines. You're officially up to date on everything. Your bad impressions, they're next on the X Rocks.
Impressions.
So far, I'm not impressed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, and we got a nice pair of tickets for you. The Shapeshifter Tour is coming to Treefort Music Hall on Friday, Nick, and that is a hell of a lineup. It's If Not For Me, Never Tell, Rain City Drive, and Memphis Mayfire. So another fantastic lineup there at the Treefort Music Hall. We will get you a pair of tickets to this if you figure out all the clues and whoever is behind bad impressions.
Phone number is 208-287-1003 if you want to go to the show on Friday. I did just see over the weekend that the Memphis Mayfire guys, their production truck got into a pretty bad accident. Flipped over. They were able to salvage some stuff, and they still did the shows, and they're planning on continuing as promised. But it's that kind of time of year, man, where the commutes start to get rough.
Yeah,
for sure. So if you want to go to Friday's show at Treefort Music Hall for free, you got to get on the phone and play the game, 208-287-1003. Now, here's the way that Bad Impressions works if you're unfamiliar. Big J will give you 3 clues. Each of those clues, both individually and collectively, will point you in the direction of somebody that is pretty famous. It is somebody today, correct?
Yes.
And if you can nail down that particular famous person in 3 clues or less, it is you going to the Memphis Mayfire show coming up on Friday at the Knitting Factory. Best of luck to all parties involved. Hello, the X.
Hi, this is Matt.
Hello?
Hello?
You there?
Hello?
This is Matt.
All right, Matt. Good luck.
Still trying to figure out why my dad would name a boy Sue, but he did.
Next one.
Near the end, I teamed up with producer Rick Rubin and put out the American recordings, which included me covering songs like Nine Inch Nails' Hurt and Soundgarden's Rusty Cage.
Next one.
I took my show to prison in Folsom way before it was cool to do stuff like that.
Oh, man. I have no idea.
No idea. Well, that's okay. Thanks for playing, man. We appreciate it. Hello, the X. God, you sound good today.
Good morning.
Morning. Did you hear Big J's clues?
I did not.
Oh, you heard part of it. I heard that part. Still trying to figure out why my dad would name a boy Sue, but he did. Near the end, I teamed up with producer Rick Rubin and put out the American recordings, which included me covering songs like Nine Inch Nails, Hurt, and Soundgarden's Rusty Cage.
Johnny Cash.
There you go.
There you go.
Right
Good job,
answer.
man. Hang on 1 second. We will hook you up with those tickets to Memphis Mayfire on Friday. Why is Jonathan Cash in the
I'm
news?
a ghost. The estate of Mr. Johnny Cash has filed a federal lawsuit, Nick, in Nashville against Coca-Cola, accusing the company of illegally using a tribute singer, Sean Barker, to mimic Cash's distinctive voice in a college football commercial without permission or licensing. The case is the first high-profile legal action under Tennessee's new Elvis Act, which explicitly protects individuals' voices from unauthorized commercial exploitation. And the Cash estate alleges that Coca-Cola profited from this voice imitation without consent. And I did see this commercial, and I was like, it sounded like Johnny, but I knew it wasn't Johnny. I was like, this maybe it was AI or something, and I was just like, it sounded a little off, and I noticed it right away. So that's what this is all about.
What do you think? I mean, like, because there's people out there that kind of sound like somebody else, even if that's maybe not what they're going for. That is what they're going for. Do you think that should limit other people from sounding like somebody else that's famous?
No.
That's a weird line that they're drawing, I guess, is my point.
I think this is like if you were to say we were to hire somebody to sound like a performer for a commercial, but we get away with it because it's not licensed. I mean, I don't know. I can see that there are some issues around it.
I get if you're trying to do the likeness, where like you dress somebody up like Johnny Cash and you put him in the commercial. Was that how it was? I didn't see the commercial. Was there any visual aspect to it?
I don't think
It just
so, no.
sounded like Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
And, there's some people out there that, listen, Des Rock's kind of sounds like Johnny Cash. Doesn't mean that's him. It's weird to me
But when you put it with them kind of sounding like them, but actually trying to sound like, make it like they're sounding like them.
You don't know if that's what they're going for, if they just sound like that.
Well, I think there was other performers in there that it all sounded like. I mean, I think Elvis was even one of them.
I get what you're saying. I guess my point is it's difficult to figure out the motives of a particular thing if you're just going from sound.
Yeah, well, I guess the law here will decide.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, there's a reason that lawsuit was filed in Tennessee, I guess, because that's the state that has that particular law, which is interesting. But I wish listen. I'm pro Johnny Cash, of course. We've done a
pay
broadcast
Johnny
from there.
Cash. He's the man, even if he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd prefer them going with a sound-alike more than creating AI. I'll put it that way. The AI feels worse to me. That means like you are literally putting in something into a program to make it spit out a Johnny Cash song. Here, you're just like, listen, we're going for this particular style. Here's something. I don't know. I don't know if there's any winners in this. The
Probably
answer,
not.
as always, Big J, don't watch commercials. Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Enjoy them. We have some coming up next.
Wrap up the show next on the X Rocks.
AC.
That is I Prevail into Hell, and that is wrapping up the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Lots of stuff on the done list today. We gave away some tickets to Memphis Mayfire. We gave away some tickets to Atreyu. We ended up getting not one, but two people qualified for the X's Holiday Treasure. Those things will continue tomorrow, as a matter of fact. And we had a wonderful guest, Charlie Berens, on the show. A fantastic comedian coming to town for a couple of shows on the 12th and 13th at the Egyptian Theater. We encourage you to go check out that very funny gentleman if you get a chance. Tomorrow, we're going to have a chance to talk a little bit about some great work being done in the Treasure Valley with Layla's house. We'll talk a little bit about that. But, Big J, that does leave you with the floor.
Oh, man. Technology in the future, Nick. Check this out. Researchers at Virginia Tech have developed a new method for getting ice off of car windshields. It's called electrostatic defrosting. And so they zap the ice with electricity instead of heating it or applying chemicals. And sure enough, it works. It peeled off as much as half of a frost layer with moderate voltage. Better materials and engineering may soon result in full ice removal.
Giving people a bunch of electricity sticks should not go wrong at all.
I love how you jumped right to it being a stick of some sort.
Well, how is it going to get out of the windshield?
I don't know, but I'm all for it, as I had to get up like 10 minutes earlier this morning to, warm up my car.
I'm sorry, man. Yeah.
Well, we haven't found the room yet.
How's the garage clean out going?
Listen, there's a couple items in there that really need to disappear, but
what are they?
Again, one of them is a center part of a couch that Mason and Kyle got, but was like, why are we keeping this? They're not going to use it. Why don't we just put it in the back patio, have somewhere to sit? That'd be nice.
Okay.
But there has been a collection now, and I am so this is one of the things where I get in trouble because, when my, anger comes out, I'm like, listen, lady, you're gone on a trip to Spain and Portugal. All these baby toys you're collecting for no apparent reason all of a sudden are going to disappear. And they're not small things. They're like toys and stuff that now we have a bunch of our nieces and nephews are all having babies left and right.
Sure.
We've got another one on the way that was announced at Thanksgiving. So, but that doesn't mean we should keep them at our house. If we're going to give them away, let's give them away to them.
Wait, I don't understand. The babies age up and then they give you the toys to hold on to?
No, she's collecting toys from somewhere. I don't know if it's Facebook Marketplace or other people are donating them. But they're coming to our house like we're a distribution center. And it's like, every time I'm like, all right, we're almost there. We almost got this thing. More stuff ends up in there.
God, you know what? I have this, no lie, I have this tote full of baby toys. Maybe I should bring them over to your house. And if you're collecting them, I do have some that I can give to the cause.
Please, feel free to come over. Leave that stuff at your house.
No! I need someplace to go with it.
I dare you to text my wife, be like, I got some baby. Jay was talking about how you were collecting baby stuff. I got some baby stuff.
I really do. Morning After with Nick and
then you
Big
just
J.
go right to hell.
Although there may be some non-baby stuff mixed in there, too, that probably need to be sorted out. There's the show. Thanks very much for hanging out with us. We will see you tomorrow. Jason Drew's up next. It's the X Rock.